The women start out with women's basketball first. Women will now. NCAA approves paying women's basketball tournament teams. Women's basketball teams will be paid for playing games in the NCAA tournament each March, just like the men have for years, under a plan approved Wednesday at the NCAA convention. When they say it has been approved for years, what do they mean by years? Are they talking about with NIL, or have the men been getting paid as like a bonus to make it to the NCAA tournament?
This is very tricky to me because shout out to the people who've been following the pod for a long time, to the long-time listeners. Y'all know how I hate men's college basketball, how much I love women's college basketball. Since day one that we've podded, I've always said that you should never watch men's college basketball because women's college basketball exists. So the men have actually been getting paid and the women have not. I think that this new resurgence, especially lately with Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and then you have what's old girl Juju at USC. You got old girl, I can't think of her name, at Rutgers. They've finally fixed it, and the women and men will be paid. Better late than never is the only thing I can say, but this is a travesty as far as I'm concerned.
I think the expansion of women's sports, especially basketball, forces that to happen. Yes, the men are getting paid, but the women are doing something that I don't think men's basketball can do. I think they tried to do.
Be interesting?
No, they have the men's basketball big three has been essentially frozen out by the NBA. Even though it's a very successful league, I think the women took the big three and started their own league in the same kind of format. Remember, the big three started before the 3-on-3 in the Olympics. So the big three is the format for 3-on-3 basketball, and they started their own league. The difference is it's them. So you can't freeze out, or you can try. You can't freeze out your players for doing something, because then eventually if it takes off, they'll just leave the WNBA and now you screwed and you cooked. So I think the fact that you have other avenues that are starting to pop up means you eventually will have to pay. You have to pay them and treat them equally, or they may just go somewhere else and play, which is you can't do. Not as the NCAA. Can't do it.
Yeah, I think that I feel like the NBA is really messed up for what they did. And Adam Silver, you got to wear this one. What you've done to the big three was no need for it. It's not competitive. It's a whole different game. It's a whole different time.
It's retirees. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, is
in the league playing
right.
It.
Is completely different, and it's actually good, and it gives you an opportunity to support a minority. The thing that I like the NBA and a lot of things they do, but as much as the NBA does a lot of things, they're more similar to the NFL than I think that people pay attention to a lot of times. So for me, they messed up. Shout out to the girls. I think they had 364,000 people watch those games. And I think the other part is, you're right, you have active players. It's much easier to say no to Ice Cube than to say no to your
Brianna Stewart.
Yeah, that ain't gonna go well.
My computer and the other part is, but we're gonna keep it rocking. So I don't know what's happening.
And moreover than that, also they're getting paid more. So yeah, you better walk the line and be very careful on how you
competitive. This is y'all wanted this to be like corporate America. Y'all want it. Well, there's competition that comes with that too.
Wait, hold on. What should they do? Like, follow, subscribe. Thank you, my friend. Be it, boy.